What if I told you that right now, millions of people are wearing watches that are quietly robbing them blind? If you own any of these 10 brands, or you're about to pull the trigger on one after seeing that slick Instagram ad, stop. This video could save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and prevent the dumbest purchase you'll ever make on your wrist. These aren't smart buys or affordable luxury. They're pure marketing traps wrapped in shiny cases and influencer hype. Constant 50% off lies, fake limited drops, and paid flexes have fooled millions. Today we're exposing the 10 most overhyped watch brands on the planet, ranked from Dacia 10 all the way down to the #1 ultimate wallet killer that makes me lose faith in humanity every single time I see it on someone's wrist. For each one, I'll reveal the cheap movement inside, the ridiculous markup, the dirty marketing tricks, and why it's massively overpriced garbage. No mercy, no fluff. By the end, you'll never fall for another TikTok watch ad again. If you're ready to stop getting played, smash that like button right now, subscribe, and let's expose these clowns. You've been warned. Let's dive in. Number 10. Invicta, the Rolex killer. That killed only your wallet. Invicta exploded because it sells the dream. Big, chunky divers that look like they belong on a billionaire's wrist but cost just a couple $100. Scuba divers, weekend warriors, and every guy who wants to look rugged without the price tag bought the hype hook, line, and sinker. Their pro diver collection gets flooded with Rolex of the working man comments daily. Crack one open and the fantasy dies fast. Most models rock a cheap Japanese or Chinese quartz movement. Nothing special, no hacking, no hand-winding, basic 20-30 month battery life. The case is 316L stainless, sometimes plated to look thicker. Mineral crystal that scratches if you look at it wrong, and a bezel that wobbles after 6 months. Water resistance claims 200? Sure, if you never actually go deeper than your shower. Straps are rubber or cheap steel that rusts at the links. Wholesale? These things cost Invicta somewhere between $15 and $45 to produce and ship. Retail sticker? $300, $800. But they're almost never sold at full price. Constant buy one, get 3 free circus makes the real street price $80, $150. That's still a $300, 800% markup on a watch with zero finishing, zero heritage, and zero resale value. The marketing machine is pure genius-level deception. Late-night infomercial energy, Swiss parts wording that sounds impressive until you realize it means one screw, and paid divers on YouTube pretending it survived the Mariana Trench. Influencers get free inventory to hype the best value diver ever. Here's the brutal truth. Invicta isn't a value king, it's a hype clown. You're not saving money. You're paying for an ad budget that could fund a small country. The loom is weak, the accuracy drifts, and after 2 years, it looks like you dragged it behind a truck. Viewer takeaway. If you want a real diver that holds value and actually works, skip Invicta and buy a Seiko or Citizen instead. Your wrist and your bank account will thank you. Number 9. Fossil Fashion. Brand pretending to be horology, Fossil made watches as accessories cool in the 90s and never evolved. Their huge, chunky designs with interchangeable straps exploded on TikTok and Instagram because they scream, "I have style," without requiring actual taste. College kids, influencers, and anyone who wants a new look every week made them a billion-dollar machine. Pop the case back and it's embarrassing. Almost every Fossil runs a basic Miyota or Ronda quartz movement. Dead simple, no complications, accuracy that's good enough for fashion. Stainless steel case that feels hefty only because it's thick, mineral glass that scratches the second you wear it, and leather or silicone straps that wear out faster than your phone battery. Skeleton dials? Just a cheap way to hide how little is actually inside. Production cost sits around $12 or $35 per watch. Retail price, $100, $300, with constant 40 to 60% sales that are just the normal price. The real margin is insane because the brand spends more on marketing than engineering. Their trick? Partner with every celebrity and fashion line imaginable, drop limited collabs every month, and flood social media with non-watch goals posts. They sell the lifestyle, not the watch. You're buying a billboard for your wrist. The problem? These things have zero durability, zero resale, try selling one on eBay, and zero soul. You're paying premium for a $20 movement wrapped in a logo that screams, "I bought this at the mall." Viewer takeaway: stop treating your wrist like a fashion accessory catalog. Real watches last decades. Fossil watches last until the next trend dies. Look elsewhere if you want something that actually lasts. Number 8. Michael Kors, the walking "I have money" sign. Michael Kors watches are the ultimate flex for people who want to look rich, but don't want to learn about watches. Oversized chronographs with shiny bracelets and giant logos exploded because every influencer and reality TV star flashed them as luxury on a budget. Inside? A basic quartz movement, usually Japanese, doing the bare minimum. No automatic winding, no real complications, just 3 fake subdials for show. The case is plated stainless that tarnishes, mineral glass that looks cheap under any light, and a heavy bracelet that pinches your skin after an hour. It's all bark, zero bite. Factory costs? Roughly $10–25. Retail? $150–350, but you'll find them on sale for $80–150 constantly. The markup funds runway shows and celebrity endorsements, not better movements. Marketing genius. They plaster MK everywhere, use models who look like they own yachts, and push timeless elegance while changing collections every season so your watch looks dated in 6 months. Influencers get paid to post "my new MK obsession" like it's a serious timepiece. Reality check: this is costume jewelry with a battery. The logo is doing 90% of the work. Resale value? Basically zero. You'll lose 70% the moment you walk out the store. Viewer takeaway: if your watch needs a giant logo to prove its worth, it has none. Real luxury whispers. Michael Kors screams. Spend your money on something that doesn't need to shout. Number 7. Diesel. Oversized ego on a cheap wrist. Diesel watches went viral with their massive industrial bad boy designs that scream, "I ride a motorcycle and don't care about rules." Perfect for guys who want to look tough without spending real money. Open it up. Basic quartz movement, often with a chrono look but no functional value. Huge 50mm plus cases in cheap stainless or black coating that chips, mineral glass, and rubber or metal straps that feel like they came from a $15 toolkit. Heavy? Yes. Well made? Not even close. Cost to make? $15–40. They sell for $150–300 with 50% off tags that are permanent. The profit funds their denim empire, not watchmaking. The hype machine. Edgy advertising, rockstar collabs, and Instagram posts of influencers wearing them with tattoos and leather jackets. They sell rebellion, while being the most conformist fashion watch on the planet. Critique. These things are comically large for no reason, uncomfortable after 30 minutes, and fall apart faster than their marketing promises. You're not buying a watch. You're buying an identity that costs you money every time it scratches. Viewer takeaway. Size doesn't equal quality. Diesel proves that bigger often just means cheaper inside. Skip the ego trip and buy something that respects your wrist. Number 6. Guess. The sparkly trap for impulse buyers. Guess watches hit hard with shiny crystals, bold logos, and designs that look expensive in bad lighting. They target women and younger buyers who want glamour without the price tag of real jewelry. Inside, the cheapest quartz you can buy. Thin, basic, no frills. Cases are often gold or rose gold plated, wears off fast, mineral glass, and bracelets that feel light and cheap despite the bling. Everything is designed to sparkle in photos, not survive real life. Production cost, $8–25. Retail $100, $250, always discounted. The markup pays for supermodel ads and mall store rent. Marketing trick, constant new arrivals drops, celebrity partnerships, and ads that make you feel like you're joining an exclusive club. It's all image, zero substance. The truth, these watches look dated in 2 years, scratch easily, and have resale value lower than a fast food receipt. You're paying for rhinestones and a logo, not engineering. Viewer takeaway. Sparkle doesn't equal value. If your watch needs to blind people to impress them, it's not impressive. Choose timeless over trendy. Number 5. Emporio Armani. Italian name, Chinese movement. Armani sells the Italian luxury dream at accessible prices. Clean designs, elegant logos, and the promise you're wearing something from the fashion house that dresses movie stars. Reality inside: standard Japanese quartz movement, slim case, mineral crystal, and straps that look premium in photos, but feel average on wrist. No innovation, no finishing worth mentioning. Cost: $15–35 to produce. Retail $150–400. Heavy discounts common. The brand name does all the heavy lifting. Hype comes from runway shows, celebrity wrists, and luxury lifestyle marketing that never mentions the $20 movement. They sell status, not horology. It's fashion first, watch second, and that's being generous. These pieces don't hold value, don't impress real enthusiasts, and won't last a decade. Viewer takeaway: wearing a designer logo doesn't make you sophisticated. Real style comes from substance. Armani watches have none. Number 4. Calvin Klein. Minimalist marketing, maximum markup. Calvin Klein watches exploded with ultra-clean, no-numbers dials and the iconic CK logo. They position themselves as the minimalist choice for modern professionals. Inside, basic quartz, nothing special. Thin cases, mineral glass, simple straps. It's the definition of bare minimum engineering wrapped in premium branding. Factory cost: $10–30. They sell for $100–250. Pure profit on simplicity. Marketing: sleek black and white ads, influencer minimalism challenges, and the less is more mantra that conveniently ignores how little is actually there. They made blank dials trendy and charged you for the emptiness. Truth: there's minimalism and then there's cheap. This is the latter. No durability, no character, no reason to exist beyond the logo. Viewer takeaway: minimal doesn't mean overpriced. Calvin Klein proves you can have too little for too much money. Number 3. Tommy Hilfiger. Preppy hype on a budget movement. Tommy Hilfiger sells all-American preppy cool with nautical stripes, big logos, and watches that look like they belong on a yacht club member's wrist. Inside, same story. Cheap quartz, average build quality, mineral glass, basic straps. Nothing that justifies the price. Cost to make: $12–30. Retail $120–280 with constant sales. The red, white, blue logo carries the entire value. Marketing, lifestyle ads showing perfect families on boats, influencer, summer essentials lists, and the illusion of heritage. It's all curated image. These watches scream trying too hard the moment you look closer. Poor longevity, zero resale, and zero respect from anyone who knows watches. Viewer takeaway: preppy style shouldn't cost you dignity. Tommy Hilfiger watches do exactly that. Number 2. Daniel Wellington. The Instagram watch that fooled everyone. Daniel Wellington basically invented the buy a $15 watch and sell it for $200 business model. Their thin, minimalist designs with interchangeable straps took over Instagram feeds in the 2010s and never left. Inside, the cheapest reliable quartz movement money can buy, around $8 to $15 wholesale. Slim case, mineral glass, NATO or leather straps that swap easily but wear out fast. Production cost: under $20 total. Retail $150–300. They built an empire on that gap. The genius marketing: they gave away thousands of watches to micro-influencers, created the classic with a twist aesthetic, and made it socially unacceptable to wear anything else if you wanted to look effortlessly cool. No numbers on some dials, just another way to hide how basic it is. Today it's the poster child for hype over substance. Everyone owns one. And everyone eventually realizes it's junk. Viewer takeaway: if your entire brand story is, "We made a watch look expensive on Instagram," you didn't make a good watch. Number 1. MVMT, the ultimate hype machine that proved marketing beats engineering. And the crown goes to MVMT, the brand that took everything wrong with fashion watches and turned it into a masterclass of deception. Founded by 2 influencers, they marketed modern California design direct to consumer and convinced an entire generation that paying $200 for a basic watch was smart. Inside every MVMT, a basic Miyota quartz movement costing pennies, thin aluminum or steel case, mineral glass, and simple straps. Build cost hovers around $20–30 total. They sell for $150 or $300 plus. Their entire company is marketing. Instagram ads, YouTube sponsorships, limited drops, and constant, "we're disrupting luxury talk while delivering zero luxury." They even convinced people the lack of complications was a feature. This is the peak of the scam. You're not buying a watch. You're buying an ad that lives on your wrist. Zero heritage, zero innovation, zero long-term value. The second the hype dies, so does the brand. Viewer takeaway. MVMT didn't disrupt anything except your bank account. If you own one, congratulations, you were the product. There you have it. The 10 watch brands that prove the industry's dirtiest secret. Marketing is expensive, but engineering is priceless. These companies didn't spend decades perfecting movements or finishing. They spent billions perfecting the art of making you feel like you're getting a deal when you're actually getting robbed. In watches, marketing is expensive, but engineering is priceless. Spend smarter. Drop your watch brand horror stories in the comments. Which one did you fall for? Like, if this video saved you money, subscribe for more exposés, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp out there.